to them. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 230 of the All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. Of course, I'm Greg, and I'm joined, as always, over the Skype waves. Who are you?
Gleg?
I've always done that before, right?
Yeah, you have. I'm obviously Joe Jackson.
Obviously, Joe Jackson.
Holla, holla.
Holla. Once again, you are on Skype or on my kitchen table.
There you go. It's where Greg
There you
likes
go.
me best. On
Yeah,
his kitchen
yeah,
table.
you're very well lit.
Yeah, no, I've got a good bit of natural light coming through at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got my kind of curtains closed because it's all grey and pissing with rain.
Yeah, I look quite bleached out. It's quite
That's
white
good.
here.
On this Thursday evening, 20:05 on a Thursday
I
evening.
know, our new favourite. This seems to be a
Yeah,
common
yeah.
occurrence.
Finishing early day. It's good.
Thursday is the new podcast day.
Yeah. I was like, what's he going to say?
I don't know.
What's he going to do?
I don't know. I could have done a Wonder Beers reference, but I didn't.
Oh, you could have done actually. I've been last night. I actually slept in my I want a kebab t-shirt.
Oh, nice. Oh, I missed. I
There you go.
I think I got rid of my Wonder Beers t-shirt because I had a really good one, the white one that was like a
Yes,
hat.
you did. Yeah.
I fucking loved that t-shirt.
Yeah,
But
that was cool.
I wore it to the Cox one night and just got obliterated. I turned up at the Cox with a red cup, so I was just like, I'm drinking from this. You can do what you
Yeah,
want.
you were
like,
ready to go.
I was ready to go.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
an Earthtide gig, and I think Wonder Beers were playing as well. But I just got absolutely bollocksed, and I ended up ripping my t-shirt off, I think, for some
I
reason.
think I remember this.
And then I threw it at Randy because he needed something to mop up his pint off
Yeah,
off
I think
the
I
stage.
remember this.
I don't know why I did it. I don't know. There's no like, it was not necessary for me to ruin
No,
a
not at all,
perfectly
no.
good fucking t-shirt.
No, you took it out big time. Fuck.
Yeah,
That
shame.
went out in style.
I got another one, but it was.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that one. Probably it probably lived a longer life.
Probably someone else spilled a drink, so you ripped it off.
I think I just
in,
retired it.
in fucking McDonald's
Yeah,
for
I
breakfast.
think- yeah.
Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, I think I just retired it. I think it got to the point where
Retired
I
it.
washed it too
Retired
many
it. It's,
times.
it's like set up on a beach somewhere with like some other
You know,
Your
like,
Lost Profits t-shirt.
Yeah. I didn't have a Lost Profits t-shirt.
I know, it's just the first band. I
got
was like,
very
whose t-shirt,
defensive.
what band wouldn't you wear now?
Yeah,
Not saying in any way, shape or form Wonder Beers have any connection or story-wise linked to Lost Profits.
No.
I was just thinking what other possible t-shirt could be retired.
That's
and I
got
was
to be the
like,
worst
people,
one, right?
I think people would definitely retire their Lost Profits t-shirts.
Yeah, definitely.
Or take them out back and execute them.
He got stabbed in jail a little while ago.
Yes, he did,
It
yeah.
was glorious. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay, cracking on, you know. Mm-hmm. It's a bit cold. My heating hasn't worked for a little while. They fixed my back fence, but they haven't fixed my heating yet.
Yeah, I remember you saying last
I won't lie,
episode.
it's fucking cold.
At the moment, it is, for the end of April going into May, it is surprisingly chilly. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a fucking cold house anyway, man, and it is fucking cold.
Yeah.
Like, it's just in my bones
Yeah.
now. I'm just cold all the time.
I remember when I used to live in Tolworth, I did have like heating, but I wasn't really sure how it worked. So like, I always had to go and like turn it on the boiler, and every time I did, the boiler just sounded like it was gonna fucking it sounded like a creaky ship, like a ship that had like or like
wasn't it like suspended above the stairs?
yeah, it was fucked. It was
Yeah,
such a
that was
fucked
quite
up
scary
scenario,
walking
man.
onto that. I walked onto that a few times when it was doing this
I
thing.
fucked,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I
yeah.
broke that boiler so many fucking times. Man. Like, it would just shut off. I'd have to call someone out. It would be like 8 o'clock at night. I'm just like, I just want to have a shower, man. That's like,
Yeah.
But
I just wanna-
yeah,
I just
like
wanna wash.
it would just be like this. I'd turn the boiler on, and then it would just be like the pipes just going like, and I was like, oh fucking hell, like.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So
I don't need that
I
in my
would
life.
instead just wear a coat indoors. I had that green like shitty like coat with a hood and like a
Oh
a
yes, I
furry
remember the
sort
green
of hood.
shitty coat with a hood.
Yeah, that became my house coat. So I was just like,
Your house coat makes it sound instantly a lot more like sophisticated.
yeah, well, it was
actually, it's
you
just
went to
the state of affairs.
You went to that flat. There was nothing sophisticated about it.
I don't know. It had carpet under the flooring.
It did, yeah. It had character. I think it's the
and
best
it
description.
and it had a little window serving. Well, not even a
did.
serving hatch, a whole serving
It did.
area.
Yeah, panoramic.
I liked that.
It was good.
I liked that.
Yeah, we was.
but no.
What improvised scenarios can we use with this? With serving.
Yeah,
with
straight away
serving
I
it?
was like, grubs up. like,
Yeah.
Cafe.
You were through on the other side immediately. It was like, what
Yeah. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm okay. Yeah, just been working, and I've got tomorrow. I go to Essex, so I'm doing a live
Yeah, I saw.
Q&A event in a bookshop there.
That's fucking great. That's going to be fun.
It's called Read on 5.
Is it,
And they sell our book there.
Yeah. Are they streaming it or something online? The Q&A.
We're being interviewed by a podcast called Star Wars Sessions.
Yeah.
Which is like Britain's biggest podcast. They have like they have a panel, like fucking celebration and shit. Like, so they're there, and I think they're just gonna be like interviewing us.
Yeah.
But like live on stage in front of an audience.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
And then I think
Plenty
there
of
might
time
be
to try out your material.
yeah, and I think there's like a Q&A as well with the audience. So I don't know, I guess I'll find out.
That's awesome. I want to see you answer questions, man. You got to find a link for that because I want to watch that.
I don't know if they're streaming it, but they're definitely record. I think it's definitely being released as a podcast.
Yeah.
But I'll find out tomorrow.
That sounds good.
I'll find out tomorrow how that all goes down. But
Nice.
yes, I got to drive down to Leon C tomorrow, which I've not done for a while. Driving back to Jarny, so I haven't done that drive for a while. It's not a long drive, when hopefully the time I go, because I did it so many times during like the shipping of the book. I kind of break it down into sections in my head. So now it's not just like a drive; it's like multiple mini drives.
It's like
I'm
when
I'm at this stage now, and now it resets, and I start from the bridge to this roundabout.
Yeah. It's like when you've got like half an hour left at work and you're just like, well, that's only 10 minutes and that's only 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. Yeah. Other than that, so that's all I've really got going on. I'll be driving back from there Saturday and then back in work Sunday.
Ah, beautiful. Lovely. Sorry, it's my birthday on Sunday, so...
It is your birthday on Sunday.
Sorry to hear that you're working.
I mean, I finish at 4, but it is my birthday.
No, it's my birthday, Greg.
Yeah.
You said it's my birthday. No, it's fine.
Jesus Christ.
I'll be, the big...
I finish at 4 because it's my birthday.
It's
not my birthday.
I'll be hitting the big 4-0 finally.
Yeah, finally. I've been
Well,
waiting for so long.
yeah, I mean,
I've been waiting 40 years for this day.
Yeah, well, you did it, like Becker.
I did do it, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, come on, it's my turn now. But it's all right.
Ed can wait his turn.
Yeah, he's a couple of years younger than us.
Yeah, he can wait his turn. Even though he feels like the oldest when we're together. I'm not calling him an old man, but he feels like the oldest. Like
he feels wiser than us.
Yeah, he does definitely
He's got
seem
more
wiser than
wisdom
us.
than us.
He kind of just ticks the more, even though he might disagree with this, in my eyes, he kind of just ticks the more man box, you know?
The man box.
Like, does he, he's good at does his DIY,
Does
does things that, like, I don't do.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You garden? You mow the lawn and shit?
Well, I don't know, man. I've mowed a lawn, a couple of times.
I've mowed a lawn. Yeah, I've mowed a lawn.
I've mowed a lawn or two in my day, but I wouldn't say as a talent.
Yeah, I
wouldn't call myself a gardener.
I don't want to pull my lawnmower or anything at all, but I've mowed a few.
No, it's more of a chore that I hate doing more than a hobby.
No, fair enough. Yeah,
more than a pastime. How have you been?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
I don't know why I asked so weirdly. How have you been?
I'm
What's
good.
been going on?
I'm good. Yeah, it's been a fun old week.
Has it?
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Just some funny scenarios happen.
I like funny scenarios.
I had the day off yesterday. I went and got a haircut. And there's a place.
Went got a
haircut. There's a place near me that I usually go to, but they've been pretty lackluster at the moment. They weren't open. I was up and about at like 9:30, and I was like, oh fuck. So I walked in and I was like, where's the next nearest fucking hairdressers or barbershop? And it was it's down Old London Road.
I thought you meant you walked into the barbershop and was like, where's the nearest barbershop? Do you mean you walked into Kingston? Right, okay.
Yeah, I walked into Kingston, down Old London Road. There's a place just on the corner. Like,
yes, there is.
If you're coming into Kingston, it's just before the flight.
I passed it the other day. Yeah.
I walked in, it was good. I walked in and they're playing some like operatic, like chilled. It's really fucking calm ass music. I was expecting to have like Kiss on the radio, and they're just in there like vibing out to like classical music. And I was like, interesting, already good start. It was like literally one of the best haircuts I've fucking had in ages. Man was articulate.
Your hair does look good. I think when you turned earlier, I did think your hair looked good. When I saw your side profile,
that was it. Yep, I was just
not that it looked shit from the front. I was just like, oh, that looks nice and tidy.
I think he's giving me a little bit
nice and
of
tidy.
fame, unless that's just my grey. But,
I wish you could see his listeners.
Yeah,
glorious haircut.
Mate,
rocking.
He went in. He was shaping up my beard with a fucking razor and my hairline and shit. I was like,
just lost in the music.
That's it. And then he did my eyebrows, which I genuinely thanked him for. Like whilst he's doing it, I was like, mate, thank you so much. It's been fucking months since anyone's touched my eyebrows.
It sounds more like a weird lonely thing.
Yeah. And then he was like, your ears? And I was like, because I got like fucking hairy ass ears, man. I'm like in my old age.
Ass ears? Wow.
I got hairy ears. So he's like, do you want your ears? And I was like, yeah, that'd be great, man. Thank you. And he gets this little wand that's been sat in like liquid, and he sets it on fire.
I've seen these. Yes.
And just starts whipping it at my ear, and I'm like, oh shit! Like I'm just hearing like hairs like singeing all the time. Like in my ear, I can smell my ear hair, and
nice.
I was just like, I wasn't expecting this. It was, but yeah, it was quite a fun little interaction.
Yeah, that does sound fun.
Yeah, I remember when I had the wax done up my nostrils. He did wax up my nostrils.
Oh right, ripped it out.
Yeah,
I see a lot of videos of that.
Mate,
pop up a lot.
Love it. It was I'd smelled things I'd never smelled before. I was so my nose was so clear. So yeah, that happened yesterday. Monday, I finished early from work. I finished about 3:00, and Becca met me outside, and she was just like, "Oh man, I've got a story to tell you." And I was like, something had happened to me at work of my own doing, and I was just like, "Oh, I've got a story for you as well." And I was stoked to tell this, and I'll say why in a minute. But I was just like, "Oh, I've really got to tell you the story." She was like, "Oh, I've got a story," and then she was just like, "Oh, it's really good." I was like, "Oh," she was like, "It's really good." And I was like, maybe you should go first. And she was like, no, you go first. My story was that, so I've been playing roulette recently.
Right.
And I've always like in the last few years I've on and off dabbled in roulette. But recently I had a pretty good run. And on Monday I took a chance and I put down a bet and I won $2,000.
Wow. Fucking hell.
I won $2,000 on roulette in one spin.
Wow.
And I fucking freaked out, man. The adrenaline was buzzing through me.
Yeah,
someone at work had to ask me if I was all right, and I was just like, I've just won $2,000. And they were like,
wow.
What? So I get outside and Becca's like, I've got to tell you my story. And I was like, I've got to tell you my fucking story. And
she's like, I lost $2,000.
And I told her,
I've been figuring out how to tell you. I thought I'd make it sound like it was going to be a fun story, but no, I've generally lost $2,000.
Yeah, so she was like, no, tell your story first. And I was like, okay, I won £2,000 today. And she was like, what? And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what happened? What did you do? And I was like, I played roulette, blah, blah, blah. I told her everything. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, what was your story? And she was like, oh, I got in the lift at work and there was a squirrel in there.
That's good though. That's a good story.
That's exactly what I said.
That's
I was like,
a good story.
What the fuck? How did the squirrel get in there? What was going on? And she was like,
that's good.
So there was a massive squirrel ordeal at her work, and it was just in there like staring at her in the corner, just like, I shouldn't be in here. Like, it was good, man. It was funny. So there was a little share of stories. Even she was just like, oh, my story sucks now. And I'm like, no, it's not. That's a great.
It is good. That is good. I like that. Squirrel in a lift.
Yeah, I'm glad we went in that order. I feel like me just saying afterwards, I won $2,000 would have just absolutely sullied it. But like,
I think the reaction would have been the same.
Yeah, that's good.
That's still shocking news.
It's still good. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, is it going straight to savings? Or are you going to splurge out a little?
No, straight to savings.
Yeah, you're not even like, I'm going to take £200 and buy this because I won it.
Well, it's as I said, it's my birthday, and my mum's giving me cash, so I might potentially buy some trainers or something, but I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't, and I haven't really been having much of a spend recently, just because I've been gambling.
I've gambled $5,000, but it was worth it because I won two.
Totally. Yeah, no, it was. I was playing purely off profit that I'd made previously, so it was. I wasn't really sort of losing out. So yeah.
Right. Okay.
But I was just like, right, that's. I'm not peaking after this. There's no way I can fucking beat this. So I just stopped.
stopped. So I briefly, I didn't do roulette. I literally got into a weird habit. God, when I was working at digital marketing, well, the GR Pro, the company doesn't exist anymore. When I was working for them, I was sat at my desk, and I used to get in really early. It was in like the second office.
Yeah.
And I got into a habit occasionally when I was running out of money towards the end of the month of like going on the National Lottery website and being like, and putting like adding £5, buying like a lottery ticket, which I never usually do, but I'd occasionally do it.
Yeah.
Because you never know. And then I'd have like £4 left, and I'd just play scratch cards.
Oh yeah.
But not much. I didn't hear in the. But there was one time where I was like, "Oh, I'm really low on money. Should I try gambling and make it more?"
It's such a that's like I will say this. That is not the reason that I gambled. The reason
No.
was because I had money, and I was like, "Oh, I could afford to lose this if that's the problem."
Yeah. So I added a fiver and then bought like a £5 scratch card. I blew it all on one scratch card. And I won 80 quid, and I was like, wow, that really blew my mind. Like, and I was like, bang, 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 and that was it. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm rich.
Fucking right.
I just turned a fiver into fucking whatever it was.
It's
were just like $2,000.
But I mean, as I said, there's been times where I've lost money, not like that amount. I've never lost that amount. I would say that I'd probably 200 quid I'd probably lost in one session. But yeah, I just found this particular game, and it was like there's multiplayers on it, and the fucking multiplier hit, and it was like I put £5 on a 400 to 1, so obviously it hit, and it paid out 400, and then obviously the money, the number that I also hit, so that was an addition to it, and it ended up being about £2,000. So
right, fuck.
As I said, I'm not. Thank you. I've been waiting for acknowledgement on that.
No one said well done yet. They've all just been like, wow.
I have. There's been acknowledgement. They're just like well done. But yeah, I don't need to really fucking play now. I'm just like I can't.
Nope,
there's no way I'm beating that kind of winning. So
yeah, no, you've hit there. You've peaked.
I've peaked.
It.
Yeah.
Wow, well done though. That's fucking great, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Everyone joins Joe in congratulations, unless you're like, I'm anti-gambling, like, for reasons, for understandable reasons. While they're still talking about this,
let's. Should we do a public service? That I've just like only
gambling discussion may be had.
Play until it's fun.
It is had.
Is the only thing I will say. Play until it's fun, and then once you're doing it because you're vastly in debt, don't. If you're vastly in debt, don't gamble. Like
if you're vastly in debt, probably not best to gamble. I was going to talk about Fallout briefly, but I reckon we should do Geezedropping first. Mate, actually,
we're talking a lot about fucking Fallout.
We should do Geezedropping first.
Yes,
you know, sometimes when you get listeners that actually I don't care about this. This is boring to me. You don't like it. Bore them at the beginning.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Even though we've literally talked about what we've been up to for the last week for like 15 minutes, we've probably lost any other potential listeners apart from the regulars anyway. I don't know these guys. Why do I care that he did this?
Someone gave this a go for the first time and was like, is this it?
Is this it? I don't understand.
Just talking to some fucking dude with a gambling addiction and some guy that's going to Essex at the weekend.
I don't even know. He hasn't even mentioned what book it is. I don't even know what this is.
What fucking book?
What is this? Let's go to Geezedropping. We're here snippets over a conversation heard by you or us. Read about that context. What did you hear? What have you heard?
Geezedropping. Having a listen.
Have you got some lined up?
I'm just trying to... Oh, I have got something that Ed said to me last night, which was also quite funny. Do I have any? No, I do not. I have none.
All right, I've got a few.
Good. Awesome. Always providing.
And not all from me. Like most of them are sent in.
Thank you again, listeners.
They're all sent in apart from one.
Listeners,
I've only got one.
Thank you so much for sending it in. Please don't stop. You are a vital part of this segment. Yeah.
I think you could be part of this podcast.
You know, obviously, where we call Luke Top Shagger, and the sense of like he gives us a lot of geese drops. I genuinely think if we were to give an award, it should be called the Geese Catcher.
Yes,
the Geese Catcher of the Year.
Yes.
So yeah, that'd be good.
If we were to give an award, if we had a series of awards, that'd be one of them. We could have loads of random awards. We'll do an award show, a pointless award show one day. So yeah, this one was the guy on the phone I walked past. You got an Instagram account. You're so fucking cool. And he was like an older guy, so not like an old man, but an older guy. So it did sound like it was more like it. Well, it should have been sarcastic, but I kind of get. Even though I think he was being sarcastic, but was talking to a mate who generally had an Instagram account and he didn't.
Yeah,
like you know, like, you got an Instagram account. You're so fucking cool.
Instagram.
Oh, it gets me so. Love a gram of Insta.
Love a gram.
Love a gram of Insta.
I'm into other grams, mate. No,
I'm into other grams. I mean, bruv. Yeah, I mean, lads. Hold my gilet.
Geese.
Sam, obviously, we did call the geese catcher last episode.
We did indeed.
Sam sent a couple in. I did a line longer than a shatterproof ruler. That's funny. We were just making jokes about doing cocaine.
Yeah, that's a line.
I didn't even know this was the first geese drop. I did a line longer than a shatterproof ruler.
Yeah, that's 30 centimeters.
Shatterproof ruler.
That's 30 centimeters of gear there. Like
I broke loads of those shatterproof rulers.
Yeah, it's easily done as well. Oh, if you turn it sideways and hit someone on the knee.
Yeah, they're shatterproof because they don't shatter. They just snap.
Mate, on the
excuse me, my shatterproof ruler did snapped. Well that's okay. It didn't shatter, did it? Yeah. It snapped, so not under warranty for your 30 ruler.
Turn it vertical and hitting someone on like a knee or a wrist. Brutal.
Yeah,
brutal.
That is brutal.
Uncalled for.
Yeah.
But then also I remember hitting it off my own forehead.
But I used to like plonging it.
Yeah. And then moving it so it goes.
Yeah. I've been walking around today doing this. This is going to sound like I'm wanking, but I actually was quite happy that it sounded more like a helicopter. Walking around going. Probably just sounds like I'm wanking really furiously.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't help myself. I was just walking around. Someone was like, why do you hear? What is that
sounds
noise?
like a duck. Sounds like a duck running on a tiled floor.
Doesn't sound as good as it did in a stockroom with the acoustics. Acoustics.
Terrible reverb in here.
Was there acoustics or acoustics? Where are we? Geese dropping. Who's up next? Oh, I've almost knocked your phone out.
Didn't Sam send us? He sent us a voice note as well, didn't he?
Oh, did he? Oh, fake. When?
When? He did because I listened. No, I listened to it because he did an impersonation of the geese catcher.
Oh, right. Mate, if you can find that, then
Jesus.
Yeah, by all means. Because he sent a couple the other day telling the story about the. Oh, that's it. Is that it?
It's the geese.
Oh yeah, I've got him.
That is it.
I've got him.
It's the geese catcher here, children, with another geese drop. This one was from the school run this morning.
Yeah, this one was dead easy because when I got to hospital, the doctor said I was already dislocated by 6 centimetres.
Dislocate.
And then he does follow that up by saying dilated.
She meant dilated. Oh, she meant dilated. Right, that makes more sense. Baby coming. Right. I was like, what could be dislocated by 6 fucking centimetres?
Yeah.
I mean, quite a lot, but that's quite a
That's not dislocated, that's detached.
That's detached. That's detached.
That's
I'm afraid your dislocation has been upgraded to
Detached.
Upgraded. Has been upgraded to detached.
Oh dear.
It's now been upgraded to dilation. You're having a baby.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah. I only dislocated my shoulder. How have I?
I thought I just did my shoulder playing golf. Now I'm giving birth. Reese sent me one.
Awesome.
My godson Reese. How much is this toothbrush? We were in Poundland. But you know what? Sometimes Poundland things aren't always a pound though.
Yeah, that's true. I heard they're
just kind of Poundland by name now, but I think their toothbrush was.
I heard they're called Poundland because they only sell stuff that weighs a pound. That's what I heard. I'm not lying. That's not a joke. I swear I heard.
What? Really?
Yeah, that's why stuff doesn't cost a pound.
Weighs a pound.
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to think of heavy items. What about a tin?
Why is Poundland called Poundland?
What about a tin of beans? They sell multi-packs, a tin of beans. How much does that weigh?
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm just... But
Nothing.
When it opened, everything was a pound. When it first opened...
Maybe it was a joke that I read and took it as legitimate.
Yeah, maybe. I thought you were telling a joke. Weighs a pound? Well, you can buy multi-packs of tins of beans, right? And soup.
I don't know. What's a pound?
And you could buy a pack of chewing gum. Does that weigh a pound the same as the...
Does a pound coin weigh a pound? Is that why it's called a pound?
I don't think so. I don't know. There's probably people listening to this being like, fucking idiots. Who the
It's
fuck
like,
are these idiots? Why am I listening to
people
these
are
idiots?
definitely turning off after this one.
Who the fuck are these pricks?
Someone's going to write in and be
Stu
like,
sent
you
us
two are
one.
nearly 40 years old. What the fuck is wrong?
Stu sent a geese jobs. Stu always has good uns, and I like it. I always like it that he starts his geese jobs with having a listen. A boy passes my house and shouts out, "Dominoes!" Like the Pizza TV advert. I don't know how they say it in the Pizza TV advert.
I haven't seen an advert in years. Well, apart from like on YouTube.
Well, someone shouted, "Dominoes!" like the Pizza TV advert, and a few seconds later, further up the street, an angry man shouted out, "Pipe down, you little fucking scrote!"
Scrote. No, not enough people are called scrotes anymore. And I feel like that is
no.
That sort of time is coming to an end. As I enter my fourth decade, I probably am going to start calling people scrotes.
Might not bring it back.
I'm going to take that on board. I think.
That's
pretty
bring
good.
it back.
I like that. Good one.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah, I
Stu.
support you in that decision.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
My friend Alice sent one in saying, this kid goes, "Oh my god, I can't believe David said I look like an AA battery."
That is a ginger kid. That's a goth ginger kid.
Yeah. Yep. I've heard that phrase used before. That is funny.
That's why Duracell was called Duracell.
I can't believe David said I look like an AA battery.
Oh,
Well,
maybe
apparently David did.
they just said an AA. Actually, hang on. That could be different. That's because they just
Oh,
said
an AA
battery.
battery.
They didn't
Yeah,
say a
that's
brand.
not. That's no AA's the. Well, that's probably what they meant though.
They just
I'm sure.
built like a fucking.
Unless it literally has like a weird knob on their head, and generally, and they generally look like an actual AA battery.
Oh dear. Maybe.
Maybe. Owen has sent one. It's not an audio one. He's written it down, but I like Owen's one, especially when he preps them by letting me know where it's heard. Pub drop. Not a place called Pub Drop. He's heard it in a pub. It's a geese shop he's heard in the pub.
Yeah. I mean,
Pub drop.
A fairly easy phrase to decipher.
In the town of Pub Drop, Owen heard this.
It's similar to similar to Trumpton.
Yes, it is. It's the next door. It's the town next door. I had to explain a rusty trombone to my nan. How did she take it? She felt very out of the loop. I had to explain what is a rusty trombone. What am I thinking?
It's when you get your arse licked and wanked off at the same time.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to know something, Joe's got you covered.
I like it.
Maybe that should be a new segment we do. It's just like people listen have to send in sex euphemisms, and we have to see how many I can get right.
Okay, I don't always remember this. I recall now, I've mentioned it. When we did the street fucking slang quiz, and you did pretty well on it, and I had no fucking clue.
I mean, some of it's not. I mean, it's not rocket science. Like, it's like,
some of it was.
It's just people being too lazy to say actual words. Is the way I see slang. So it's all right. But then again,
yes, there he goes.
Yeah,
having
a dig.
Yes,
so there he goes, having a dig.
Just hanging around and listening to kids. But that's all right.
Don't say that.
Listening. I didn't say touching.
Yeah, but even listening sounds awful.
Yeah, that does sound a bit awful. I finished Fallout. I enjoyed Fallout.
We're done with
recommended.
Geezedrops,
Yeah, that's all the geese drops I got.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for playing.
Yes.
Wave to the audience watching at home.
Yeah.
Thank you as the credits roll. And the host is going to turn and pretend to chat to me for a bit, and I'm going to keep waving.
Classic. Yeah.
Shake my hand maybe. Oh, thanks.
Family.
Thanks.
I'm always reminded of Family Fortunes where they're all just sort of dancing and waving. It's like,
yeah, exactly. Lost in the magic. So last episode you said you'd watched Fallout. I think you had one episode left when I spoke to you.
Yes, we
last
did.
episode.
Yeah.
And that night I watched the first episode, and then I was like, right. And then I sleep, worked till late. But eventually, it took me a couple of days, but I eventually caught up and kind of blasted through it. Which I do like and dislike, not the show, blasting through it, in that I kind of watched one episode on its own, thought about it the next couple of days before I could get to watch another one.
Yeah.
And then I watched 5 in a day.
Yeah.
And then the last couple the next night. And I was kind of like, oh, you know what? That was really good, but
8 episodes.
I remember more from the first episode, and I can't really tell you individually what happened in between that and the end.
Okay.
Because I remember it, but it's just because I watched it all. I binged it.
Yeah.
Essentially, that I'm just like...
You got that...
Yeah, because I watched that one episode, had a couple of days to think, it was without watching another one. I thought about it a lot more.
Yeah. For like certain bits, whereas then when you watch 5 in a row, you're kind of just like all of it kind of just gets clumped together, and you can't remember. What
I kind of forget
what.
bits I'm like, oh right, what's happening? There were a couple of times it cut back to the story about the other vault, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is happening.
Yeah. I think they did,
but it was good. It wasn't. That's not a dig on the show. That's just my watching habits.
I will hands down say that's the best thing I watched this year.
It was really good. It was really good.
100%.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I did thoroughly enjoy it. And I wasn't, as I explained last episode, I wasn't a massive player of the game. I bought Fallout 4, just didn't have the time to really get into it. Come back to it, I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. So I didn't really get that far into it. So I actually went. Yeah, so unlike you,
Fallout's one of those games where it's just like you have to invest a fair amount of time in it. But it's worth it because it's such a great fucking story and it's all fucking good fun. I played from I did Fallout 3. This is when it was all sort of on the new generations, because the first 2 were kind of sort of like platformish, like it was a different sort of like, it wasn't really like POV, like first person sort of game. So I played Fallout 3, and there was some DLCs. I played New Vegas, which was my fucking absolute favourite.
So I read something about New Vegas today, that it's like got like the highest amount of like players or something that it's had like fucking forever.
I think they put out a thing that said that they had like I think this is also including they do like an online game. But they had over something like 1 million people on a server at one point, which I don't think they achieved in that amount of time. But the show's come out and everyone has now just gone and fucking played these games.
So what's funny about that is, I mean, just move on. So Joe obviously has played these games a lot more and knows more about it. I haven't, so I came into this with the perspective of not really knowing the game.
Yeah, this is my Star Wars.
And I just got to enjoy it as a show. But what's funny is that when the first trailer came out, everyone just lost their minds and they were screaming fucking woke at it. Woke. It got so much like shit. And then it came out and everyone fucking loved it.
Yeah, it's so fucking good.
I'm sure there are people out there still like, hey, it's got a woman in it, it's woke. But people's opinions change pretty quickly. And you know what? Not necessarily just because of the woke thing, but it's okay to be apprehensive about a game adaptation.
Yeah, because the track record
a lot
is
of the
not
time,
good.
They're not great.
No.
They're not great.
I mean, Last of Us, I think, is obviously done very, very well and was a great adaptation. I know Halo gets shit on quite a lot.
Yes, it does.
And I've seen many memes in the process of Fallout coming out where it's like, people crying with like Halo weaponry being like, I'm so glad you enjoy your TV show adaptation. And like, but yeah, it's fucking superb. I mean,
so a lot of people also got kind of mixed. Just because I was reading about it, so we got a few people that got annoyed and also loved the continuity from the games to the show. Some people were up in arms that the continuity didn't quite match up. And other people were like, wow, they've really done a great job with the continuity of the games. Yeah.
So I mean, all of it. So the TV show though is not based in. It's based after all the games in the timeline. So it's like before all this fucking stuff has happened. That is known in the game. It's interesting, especially with how the season ended. It's interesting to see what they do at season 2, which has been commissioned, which I'm fucking stoked about.
It was with Gano, I think.
Yes, I mean, but no, it's the references in
so well received.
Yeah, it's been great. The reference, I think there was enough references to the games for people to be happy, but also it be like an original story. And it's really fucking great. I loved all the fucking like look into like Voltec. And the corporations and stuff like that.
That was
really
cool.
Good, like uncovering them and like Carl McLaughlin as the dad. Superb. But yeah, it was just it's definitely.
I thought the cast was great. I thought the whole cast was awesome.
Yeah, I know everyone bangs on about Walton Goggins, sorry.
I always liked him anyway, man. I liked him Justified.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on him. He's fucking superb. But also,
his character looks awesome.
Yeah, Lucy, the person that plays Lucy, I think she's fucking great.
Yeah, they're all great. All of them are great. Yeah, I think the whole cast is great.
I thought Matt Berry being Mr. Handy.
I like that
so
Matt
good.
Berry also got to play essentially almost kind of himself,
and
like,
they put it into the story of him just
Yeah.
being like, oh well,
I voiced this robot.
I've sold my voice to, but he's it's so good. There's like a bit like there's where she's obviously going. It's when the ghoul has taken her to this place to be sold or whatever, and she has to go inside and she sees Mr. Handy. And it's when he's run out of vials and he wants more. He needs to get more vials.
Yes, of course, he sends
And
her in. Yeah.
He sends her in and stuff, and like the Mr. Handy like asks her a question, and she responds negatively, and he's just like, oh, or is it just like, oh, I'm from Voltec, and it's just like, lovely. I hope to visit there one day. Like, it's just like an automated response. Like,
I hope to visit there one day, and I'll sit up on the gurney.
Yeah. I'm going to harvest your organs. Oh, I see you're missing a finger. Not to worry. The whole
Wax
like
another one on
her
there,
having a dead person's because she like
Go through
she
the
cuts
claw
the
fingers.
ghoul's, yeah, she cuts the ghoul's finger off, and then in response he just cuts hers off.
Off.
I love like as well like the gore and the violence in it is like
I was about to say the gore actually feels very well suited.
yeah, superb.
Like there's points where obviously you are like that's extreme, but it's kind of meant
so
to be.
good though.
Like it's great. Oh yeah.
The bit where Maximus goes to Philly and he gets out of his suit because he needs to get repairs, and when he comes back there's dudes fucking around with it.
Yeah.
And he gets beaten the fuck out of like by this gang, and then goes in for a second round, and he just like he gets half inside the suit and managed to get his arm inside it and grab one of the guy's head, and literally just you watch it squash.
Yeah.
And it's like I was just went, oh god, like because I'd never seen like that. Like there's always like the obvious cut between like, but it just went. And it was good. It was great.
A bit that really made me not a squirm, but I was like, "Oh fuck!" Was like, and it wasn't even like something like that. Although it does involve a head, is when Maximus picks up a different detached head that they just find on the floor.
Yeah.
And just if they want a head, we'll give them a head, and then just smashes it into a rock so you can't see the face, but like multiple times.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa, god!"
Yeah, it's
that's horrible.
But I love
like
how
I wasn't
they're
ready
just-
for that. I wasn't ready for that.
But I love like during it all, they're not all just like throwing up. They're like desensitized.
Yeah,
they have been
yeah.
like they have lived in a
well,
war zone.
the lead character, she kind of goes through starting very very naive, and then she's quite fucking hardened by the end of it.
Yeah, I think
which is the running theme of the show, right? Like they mention that quite a lot.
Yeah. When she has to cut off the person's head, she's just like like okay. Sorry, spoilers as well, by the way, if you haven't seen this already. But yeah, it's like the whole like when they I enjoyed like so many different fucking elements of it. The comedy in it as well was really good.
Comedy was good. I like the comedy.
There was some bits in it that really made me laugh. It's super fun.
I liked it. It looked great. It was a great looking show. The effects were great. Everything about it looked awesome.
Yeah,
I liked the feel of it. I liked almost the westerny sort of feel when it was out on the real world, especially with the ghoul. Like he just fucking looked so fucking.
Ghoul looks amazing.
Badass. Just fucking. He's awesome. Big fucking bullets he had. Like just fucking.
Oh man, it's when he shoots off the doctor's leg, you're just like,
oh
god.
And I quite like the whole thing of seeing him like wake up from like sleeping and stuff like in the ground and like. The whole thing was awesome. He obviously, he's been a very well received character, hasn't he?
I liked the flashbacks that he had as well to like him.
Yeah, me too.
Because his wife's a big part of it as well. And it's just
massive.
So it was super interesting to see that. Yeah, man. I'm probably gonna watch it again at some point because it was just.
Lewis told me when he finished it, he literally started watching it again.
Yeah, there was part of me that could have easily done that because I think as well, it's the sort of thing where you can go back because you probably like missed like little cheeky hints and stuff like that. I would have loved more than 8 episodes. I think is the only thing that I would say bad about it. I would have even like 10 would have been nice, but I mean obviously I wouldn't say that anything.
It's quite common for them to be 8 episodes now
for like a first season as well. Like that they're not really sure. Like I mean, it was.
But some of the episodes varied in length. That's the difference. So they do them in smaller episodes, but some episodes are just over an hour long. So a couple. So I heard because a lot of people complain about Star Wars, especially Mandalorian. Episode length, like because before it airs, the episode length will be viewable, And you'll see everyone straight away on Facebook, oh, it's only 37 minutes, what a crock of shit. And they fucking lost bit, and everyone gets really angry before they've seen the episode.
Of course, yeah.
Because it's not 45 minutes to an hour, it's 37 minutes to an hour. And if someone's always like, you've got to take into account the credits as well. And everyone's like, oh my God, that brings it down to 34 minutes. Oh my Jesus. Like, and people get really upset about it.
I've seen
not everyone, but I've seen people really upset about
commonly,
it.
like on streaming services now, that there's not really like a. They don't have to keep to an allotted time.
Someone explained it from the Mandalorian point of view. Was like, so it's more like they have an allocated time and budget, so they spread out the budget and the time. So an episode that's shorter is literally saving budget and time so that the finale could be a longer episode, you know, or the penultimate episode. Yeah. So you might get 2 40-minute episodes. It means at the end of it, you're going to get episode 2 in an hour. One that's a solid hour, another one that's a solid hour. That's what they're kind of doing. Like, rather than just pad this story out for 20 minutes of bullshit, we can save that budget and save that extra minutes and stick it on the finale, which we're already struggling to get down to a good time.
I think there's Stranger
kind of
Things,
how they move it around.
The Stranger Things finale was like an hour and a half.
Oh, that was like longer. It was like 2 hours or something, wasn't it? I swear.
It was great fun. Looking forward to that coming back. That's the only thing that's going to fill the gap between that and fucking Fallout.
Yeah, it's the last one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Man, it's as I said, it's and no matter what else comes out this year, Fallout's the best fucking thing I've seen this year, guaranteed.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
He's done it.
Quality, really good, really good.
I'm curious just to see the last of Stranger Things season 4 finale is. I'm curious to remember how long it is now.
I'm gonna go with an hour and 40.
Oh, here we go. Length. Oh, message on my phone. Okay. 2.5 hours.
What?
I thought it was, yeah. I should have said that.
Jesus. I don't remember it being that long.
Yeah, it was really long. I remember it was really long. Everyone was like, wow, it's so long. But some complained, some loved it.
People needed 20 minutes to cry about Eddie dying.
Anyway, sorry if that bored me, listeners. We had to talk about Fallout because
fucking
Joe
watch if you're bored.
Joe already drew the artwork, which, to be fair, I completely
co-signed. Go and watch it.
I don't know what we'll call it, but definitely have the. It wasn't until afterwards. I was like, what do I even call it now? What am I going to call the episode? Maybe I should call it. We have to talk about Fallout because Joe did the artwork.
Just call it that. Just call it that.
It's too long.
Perfect.
I know what will perk up this podcast. Darkest story of the week. Just that one up a little bit there. Cool. Just that one up a little bit there.
That's good. Great. I love the tone. You got.
Yeah, I thought I'd hit a really
nice
bit.
You hit a really nice note there.
Yeah, thank you. First time I've done that as well. So, darkest story of the week. Are you ready? Bang! A Brazilian woman has been arrested after she strolled into a bank pushing a corpse she hoped would co-sign a bank loan for her.
Oh, I do remember seeing. Annoyingly, because I love Reddit so much, I've seen the video and it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, I've seen the video.
I've
seen it.
Fucking horrible.
I've seen it. Disturbing video captured by bank employees in the neighbourhood of Rio de Janeiro shows Erica de Souza via Nunes. Jesus Christ, I thought I'd finished saying her name, and then there was like 2 more words on the next line.
Yeah.
Bringing the body of Julio Rodrigo Braga into the bank branch, the Daily Beast reported. Braga had died at the age of 68, just a few hours earlier. In the video, Miss Nooms is reportedly heard calling Braga her uncle as she spoke to the body and propped up his head. Fucking Weekend at Bernie's.
Mate, it's proper Weekend at Bernie's, isn't it? Like...
Yeah. She also asked him to
Weekend at Bernardo's.
She also asked him to co-sign on a loan for approximately $3,400.
Why that small amount?
Uncle, are you listening? You need to sign the contract. If you don't sign, there's no way because I can't sign it for you, Miss Nooms says in the footage. She then grabs a pen and forces it into the dead man's hands, telling the corpse to hold the pen hard. Sign so you don't give me any more headaches. I can't take it anymore, she says. At one point in the video, a worker points out that the man looks ill and that his colour is unusual, but Miss Nooms waves off his concerns. He is like that. He doesn't say anything. Oh, I have colour. She didn't say that. Miss Nooms replied, Uncle, do you want to go to the hospital again? The bank staff has ultimately called law enforcement. The police and paramedics responded at the scene and found that Miss Nooms had been pushing a dead man around in a wheelchair during her visit.
That is fucked, mate.
She now may face charges including fraud, embezzlement and abuse of a corpse.
That is so fucked. If you really are curious, like, do watch the video. But like, this man looks mummified already. Like, he is just like, it's so. It looks like
yeah,
the
it looks fucked up. Yeah,
he looks like the Ghoul.
He does. Yeah, because an investigation continues into the nature of Braga's death, whether or not Miss Nooms is actually his niece, and whether anyone else related to either them could be committing fraud. So that's what I was figuring out. I was like, so if it's not actually her uncle, who is he?
Yeah. Did she just dig up a corpse?
No, where'd she get it from? Like a
friend's house. It's got it from a friend.
That's fucking weird.
It's so grim. Like, what fucking world are we living in where you have to do that? Like, it's fucking. And also for like $3,500 as well. Not even like 75 grand. Like, just I only need $3,500, and I'm going to commit this massive felony.
This quote from Miss Noon's lawyer, the one that was walking around with the dead corpse. The facts did not occur as have been narrated. Paul was alive when he arrived at the bank. The lawyer said, all of this will be cleared up. We believe in Erica's innocence.
Fucking man.
Seen the video, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Are you kidding?
I don't know.
She's having to like hold his head up, man. He keeps like it is, as you said, it is just Weekend at Bernie's shit.
Yeah, it's Weekend at Bernie's.
So fucking grim. God damn.
Just, I mean, if you're gonna wheel the only place you're really gonna want to wheel a corpse for any kind of fucking sinister intention, apart from like do horrible things to it, would be into a bank, right? I'm trying to think like you wouldn't need it for like. Unless you're co-signing any sort of document, I guess. But what are you going to do when they get there? Ignore the string I'm pulling on his wrist.
Yeah. She's got like a Home Alone set up. She's got him attached like a train.
Yeah. Can you come to my house instead, actually, bank manager? It's pretty complicated to get my rig in the bank without you noticing.
God damn, man. I'm trying to find the video again, but my fucking
why?
I don't know.
Why? I loved it so much. I thought I'd get a little video wanking about it.
Yeah. You know, just even more reasons why we shouldn't go into a video version podcast. Well, apparently Reddit's down, so I can't be looking at that anymore.
Reddit's down. Reddit.
Well,
is
it wasn't
down.
loading. It could just be my. My data. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you.
Don't know what to tell me.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. That is. Yeah.
It's fucked up, right?
Like, I mean, to be fair, like she's got to be in like a desperate situation. I hope she's in a desperate situation enough where she has to wheel a corpse into a bank to acquire for a loan. I hope that was
just thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, no, or just like, I saw this watch that I really want. And it costs like $3,400. So I thought I'd just get a loan out in someone else's name. Just really want the watch, you know. It's just a really nice wristwatch. You know.
I really want to. Can you help me get this watch off his wrist, please, bank manager?
Yeah.
I really need to get this off.
God damn.
Right, I was trying to find because I lost my little link. Or I looked back at my link and it was
gone.
It was just. The rest of them were really shit. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I'm going to click on the first one that just came up. All right, this is a great site. I mean, some of them are a little bit dated. No, actually, no, not at all. This was only a couple months ago. Right, this looks cool. It might not be. I might be overselling it, everyone, but let's have a look. Let's have a look.
How can we top corpses applying for bank loans?
Before I commit to that, I'm just going to have a quick little look down here. Oh, that's also a potentially good one.
Are you having a little peruse? What are you looking at? What are you fucking looking at?
I'm looking at a list of lists. Can you believe
because it for me, it could have just been like you look like you were looking for kids for sale online. That's all I'm saying?
I'm going to go with the top one because I like it. It says 20, but I might not do a 20 if any of them are boring or the list gets boring.
When have we ever done a full list?
20 strange things that have washed on shore.
Ooh.
That's good, isn't it? Or washed ashore, shall I say?
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, fucking hell, loads of jackets. Well, no, it's a Temu advert. This one, I guess, this one's number one, so I guess it's a pretty standard one. I guess standard, but, expected. A World War II fighter plane. Although that was in 2010.
For that to wash up is quite bizarre.
Yeah, from 2010. It's quite big as well from the photo.
Yeah.
Until 2010, it was buried beneath the waves, but the changing beachfront and seabed revealed the plane. Where was that? On the beaches of the Welsh coast.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's pretty cool. I like this one. I like the heading of this one. A really gigantic tree at number 2. To be fair,
that's the best
obviously
description they could come
this,
up with.
But I can show Joe this. There's a. You can see the size of the man.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, it's big.
That is a norm. That is a unit, mate. That is an absolute unit of a fucking tree. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, in 2010 again, a piece of driftwood washed up on the shore of La Push, a small coastal town from the northwest of Washington.
Is this what that Travis song is about?
Yeah, well, the piece of driftwood in question just so happened to be a full gigantic tree that was at least 10 foot wide and a couple of hundred of feet tall.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god, I pressed a button. I don't want that.
Oh, Greg, what are you doing?
Don't worry, it's fine. I've gone past it now. Yeah, sorry, an advert popped up and it threw me off. Yeah, looks like it's the biggest piece of driftwood ever found. 3 giant snowballs. That looks fucking weird,
What?
man. That looks weird. It's like loads of footballs on the beach. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it?
Snowballs?
Yeah.
It's like a big... I'm assuming it's probably more like balls of ice than it is a snowball.
This one resulted in a very peculiar natural phenomenon in 2016, which caused 11 miles of the western Siberian coast to be covered in huge snowballs. It occurred due to small pieces of ice foaming in the water before being rolled together into big round balls by both the wind and waves. The balls ranged anywhere in size from of a tennis ball to 3 feet wide.
Can I just compliment you on saying wind and waves correctly and not like because that would have flipped me, mate. I've been like wind and raves. Like I would have fucked that up a tree.
Windy babes.
You pronounced it just so eloquently. It was really good.
Thank you. Like everything else I've tried to say. This one's good. Number 4
like your own
was,
name.
This is a good one. A giant die. Just a massive dice.
That's the next artwork for any Dice Rollers material re-release.
This is in 2017 in Idaho. They were a little bit puzzled to see a 6x6 rusty metal die wash up on their shores.
I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Upon close inspection, it seemed that somebody had put large white spots on an otherwise unremarkable service box. So that's boring. Fucking hell. Number 5, a German U-boat. Well, that was in 1919. But it's fucking huge. You mean it docked?
Oh, that was 1919.
Nah, this one's not as
That's
exciting.
It's not
250-year-old swivel gun. There's a picture of the young boy with it. Just looks like a stick.
It's a swivel
Australia.
gun.
Yep.
What's a swivel gun? What is
It
that?
looks like, I guess it's a very old stick. It does a very old gun, sorry.
Damn.
A very
Oh,
old
okay.
stick.
Fair enough.
I don't quite know how to explain it. But there you go.
Nice.
But, you know, yeah, apparently it's...
You ever seen
very-
anything
very old
weird,
1700s.
like washed up on shore, Greg?
No, but this one has a whole body of a whale and whale bits. They're always quite exciting. Not exciting. Weren't there dolphins in the Thames like the other day through Kingston? They were like dolphins, weren't there?
Don't know.
By Richmond, yeah, there were.
Don't know.
I don't know what happened to them. I saw someone told me, and then I saw someone on Facebook like, any news on the dolphins?
I'm just hoping to take my kids to see them. Fuck off.
A message in a melon?
They didn't have a bottle. I've
There
only
have
got
been
melons.
There have been occasions where a melon has washed up on a beach that has a note stored inside it. This is really weird given that the whole reason for putting a message in a bottle in the first place is to keep it dry from the sea. But inside the melon is wet. I'm so confused.
Jesus.
Gigantic Lego minifigures. There's a contradicting title, isn't it? Gigantic minifigures.
That's just
Fucking
like an
massive.
illegal Lego advert.
Wow, that just obviously fell in the sea. Wow, fucking hell. Oh, Netherlands. Isn't that where the big factory is? Aren't they made? It's like a Danish.
Oh, maybe.
That's Denmark. Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
I think it might be Denmark, you know.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, I think it is Denmark. A bag with 27 pairs of hands, or 54 separate hands, depends on how you want to look at it. Washed up on the Siberian shores of the icy river, Amur River.
Human hands.
Yeah, discovered by a fisherman in spring 2018, a bag of severed hands was accorded to a Russian not of criminal origin, but were disposed in a manner not provided by the law.
Fucking hell.
Apparently, it's not uncommon for forensic labs to hold onto hands for a while after disposing the bodies to keep hold of fingerprint info.
You mean like actually hold the hands? Just walking along, holding a severed hand.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This one's interesting. You'll figure out what it is when I start telling the story. In 2011, Hampshire lady Margaret Wells had her home robbed. One of the things the burglars took was a life-size E.T. that her daughter had made as part of a stage makeup course. Fast forward a few months and a few miles to Portsmouth. It's local.
Jesus Christ.
And an unassuming beachgoer spotted what they initially thought was a body floating in the surf. They called the police in a panic to report it, and when they turned up to check it out, they discovered it was none other than Margaret C.T.
What the fucking chances?
There's only one in the whole of England, and that is mine, Margaret said. I always knew E.T. would come home.
Nice. Oh, she's had that.
Well played, Margaret. Well played.
She's had that lined up for days. She's like, God, this fucking thing better turn up.
Well, here we go. We've had hands. Now it's time for a load of human feet.
Oh, of course.
Since 2007, over a dozen human feet have washed up on the shores in British Columbia, Canada. Neither law enforcers, researchers, scientists, nor residents have any clue where their feet are coming from. And that is scarier than the fact that they're washing up there. That is pretty fucking scary.
Yeah, that's fucking horrific.
Out of the 14 feet, 12 had running shoes on. One had a hiking boot, and none of them showed signs of trauma.
We watched this recently.
Right?
There's a show on Netflix.
I don't remember watching this with
you. Sorry, me and Becca. We watched this. It was it's unsolved. It's like an unsolved mysteries.
It is unsolved.
Yeah. And this is that.
Confirmed.
There's this whole episode about this fucking thing, where like they found like loads of running shoes or like sports shoes and stuff like that, but no actual bodies associated to them, and they're just like, but they couldn't figure out why or how it's been happening.
That is weird.
Super weird. Super
that
weird.
Is super weird.
Do watch it. It's a good fucking series.
What was it on?
Netflix.
No, what's it called? Sorry again.
Unsolved something.
Oh, is that the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that on there. Yeah, that is on the list. Yeah, I watched that New York homicide one.
Also, really, really good. And also, there is a series called
fucked up ones in there.
We watched one recently called Captive, and it's a series about people in hostage. Mate, the first episode is fucking dark.
Right,
it's a prison riot where they take prison guards hostage, but it's just fucking it's bad. It is bad. As like some of the shit that they fucking there's a whole like where the whole where the whole SWAT team fucking turn up and they got cameras on it at night. They just see people just bringing out bodies. Like dead bodies. And they're just filming them bringing out dead bodies and putting them in the courtyard for everyone to see. It's fucked, dude. It is so horrific.
That is fucked.
It is so fucking horrific.
Hello. The rest of these all look pretty boring. There was rubber ducks. Lots of rubber ducks. World War II bombs. Yeah, that's not boring, sliding. Jellyfish.
Rubber ducks is a thing though, isn't it? Isn't there like someone that...
There was like a beach container from China that spilt in 1992. A robot hand, but they think it came from like a theme park. And Ice Age bones. So I was like, yeah. So I'm going to go to the end to see what they've put down for number 20.
Damn.
Bananas!
Of course.
After there were 6 crates of bananas from Cumbria that were washed overboard during stormy weather. Within days, thousands and thousands of banana bunches started to wash up on the Dutch shores.
God damn.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
Jesus.
Well, that was okay list. I will see. There are other ones on here, but yeah, as I say, didn't do the full 20.
Didn't do the full 20.
Didn't do the full 20.
Didn't do
that was
didn't
an
do the whole
interesting
lot.
list.
Didn't do the whole lot.
That was an interesting list. I quite like the idea of unknown feet washing up on shore. I say I like it. I don't like it. Like, it's thought-provoking. Where are they coming from? Why have they got running shoes? It feels like someone's chasing down runners and hacking their feet off and throwing them in the water.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it feels like, and we
Sounds
just
about
don't know
right.
where their bodies are, or no one's going missing. No one knows their people are missing.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. The dots aren't connected.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have reopened this case.
Man,
I haven't seen the documentary, but I just read about 6 lines of the story, so I'm well caught up on the case. I just read it on a list on a website. I'm well caught up on the case now, officer. I'm here to assist you. Thank God, we're really done with this.
I was scrolling through trying to find it. It's called Files of the Unexplained.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
It's quite a few variations. It's not all like it's all like different stuff each episode.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like isn't there like a UFO one or something like?
Yeah, it is really good. It is really, really good. I watched a couple of episodes of the Vince Staples show as well, which is fucking
bizarre.
Right.
Is it good?
It's really good though. It is funny.
Yeah, good.
It is funny. But yeah, fun times. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't been watching anything else.
How do you think you'd react if you found like a bag of body parts?
I don't know, startled maybe.
Startled, yeah, just be like, huh!
Oh my god, I can't
Just
believe
like,
it. Is that what I think it is?
I think I would definitely sort of like freeze for a bit, hoping that someone else would come along, but also at the same time not, because that looks like I've just dumped a body bag.
Yeah. Oh, you caught me. Fuck.
Just like,
I was just getting rid of this.
Yeah.
I was just washing my hands. Hey!
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Were you dumping those severed hands in the river? No, I just washing my hands.
Washing my hands.
Just washing my hands. These are my collection of hands.
Just rubbing them together. Like,
These are my support hands.
Come on, Deborah, wash your hands. You don't want your fingers dirty.
Filthy dirty. Where's John's hand? There it is.
You've got like a white
watch.
hand and a black hand, which obviously don't match.
Yeah, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. Just wrap them all together.
Doesn't matter. It's not the problem.
I've got a friend that throws feet in the river too. I mean, these aren't mine.
You'd love to meet him. You've got wonderful feet.
Wonderful feet. I've several of
dear.
them in a bag. Right, I say it brings us to the end of the episode.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do agree.
Bring us to an unnatural conclusion.
Always a pleasure chatting.
Yes, always a pleasure. Felt like a fun, random episode.
Indeed.
So yeah, everyone, thanks for listening. We're back in a couple of weeks. I'll let you know how my day tomorrow goes and my live Q&A in the bookshop, and we'll have quacky adventures I have between now and then.
Quacky.
Who knows? Wacky, cracky.
You said quacky.
Who knows what cracky adventures I'm going to have?
Ducks. Something about ducks.
So yeah, should be good.
So
good. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks
again for
listening.
sending in your Geezedrops.
Thanks for sending in stuff to us. Always grateful for that. And please, peace be with you.
Peace be with you. Well played, everyone. Well played. Thanks, son. I've been Greg, Rusty Trombone Armstrong.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Thank you.
I don't know. I've been Greg.
No, that's not your name at all. He's fallen at the first hurdle.
I've been Joe, not Greg Jackson.
That is true.
That's what we're gonna have to go with.
Peace out. Bye.
You've been listening to The All-Seeing Guys with Greg and Joe, where Greg probably had some kind of list and Joe most likely went for a piss 5 minutes before the end. If you hear this, it means that Greg hasn't sorted an outro yet. So maybe just imagine some music here, because honestly, that's all I actually wanted. Okay, bye.